It's a very bright and sunshiny day here at Disney. I'm Mark Canfield. Welcome to another episode of TASG. Today is going to get something a little bit serious on the topic of earthquakes. And we are back. So yes, earthquakes. It's a small price to pay if you live in the great state of California. And especially that is where this place is, Disneyland. And my greatest fear, even up to today, is what happens in an earthquake in Disneyland. And these were the earthquakes on the 4th and the 5th. Weren't small ones, they were massive. Let's take the omnibus. So, the earthquakes again, 6.4 on the 4th of July and a 7.1 on the 5th of July. You get the horse-drawn carriage right over here. I've never heard of a horse slip in my life, and it sounded like the most terrifying thing ever. Anyways, so the 7.1 and the 6.4 were both located in the same place in Ridgecrest, which, by the way, prayers out to those folks in Ridgecrest having to rebuild, because that's insane. 4th of July, they had 2 earthquakes, and same thing for the 5th. A 4.5 before the 6.4, and before the 7.1 there was another 5.4 early Friday morning. And so they have been rattled with approximately almost 1,500 shakes since the main 6.4, and that's terrifying. And Ridgecrest, by the way, is 120 miles away from LA County and a little bit further from Orange County in the city of Anaheim. And we still felt it up here. While it was a 6.4 over there, it's ranging about a 5.5, 5.2 right here. Now on the 4th of July, I hadn't been doing anything. I was in my room. I was reclining, and essentially what the shaking felt like is when I'm reclining and I put my foot on the table and I'm on my swivel chair, I would just shake my leg. That's what it felt like. But then I looked at my leg during the shaking, and it wasn't shaking. I was like, we're in an earthquake, aren't we? And then all of a sudden, my sister comes out. She just yells, "Earthquake, earthquake!" It's like, oh, okay, so this is really happening. And that was the 4th of July experience for me. Then on the 5th of July, I decided to come into the parks. And I'm walking through the Galaxy's Edge area heading out of the park. And I stopped for a moment and it was like, yo, it's shaking. I felt the shaking under my feet. I look up at the trees. They're shaking too. I look at the light tower thing that they have for Fantasmic at the river, because I was actually heading to Galaxy's Edge. And I'm looking at that, and that's like, oh, it's happening again, and this time it's bigger, because we could really feel it. And that shook me to my core, and that's what's shaking up here too. Not because there's an earthquake right now, but that's what it feels like on the 2nd floor of the omnibus. Put in comments down below where you were during the earthquakes, during the 4th of July quake and the July 5th quake. It's very important to be prepared in times of that, and I still don't think I'm prepared at all, personally, at least. That being said, I've been hearing a rise in demand of earthquake kits, which is a very good thing that people are getting used to. But shout out to the people of Ridgecrest and the people who have to rebuild after such a very scary and very tumultuous time. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode of TASG. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a quick little one about my story of essentially possibly the scariest days of my life in what is supposed to be a very fun, very restful day. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. So long.